The message of this kind of a march, number one, is that people expect Parliament to work for people, not just for the corporate world. When you had the GST issue, which is essentially a corporate world issue of players who operate at the national level, you could hold a special session of Parliament at virtually no notice, a midnight joint session, special session, midnight session, bring down the president and pass the bill in 4 hours or whatever. The first National Commission for Farmers report, also known as the Swaminathan Commission, the first of those reports was submitted in December 2004. The last of those reports was submitted in October 2006. In 14 years, the Indian Parliament has not found the time to discuss that report for 1 hour. So a special session of Parliament dedicated to the issues of agrarian crisis and related issues. That we demand that Parliament, they are saying Parliament belongs to us. We are reclaiming Parliament. What a democratic demand. People are asking that Parliament function.
So right? How long will this session, what is the demand? How long is it?
That it can, see, that is a negotiable thing, but I don't think it should be less than 3 weeks. Because there are many issues to discuss. The farming community has here put up 2 bills. One on freedom from indebtedness, one on MSP and remunerative prices. So, if that is the case, those 2 bills can be passed in a couple of days because 21 political parties have already signaled their support to the bills. So that can be done in 2 days. But I'm saying let's have a 3-day comprehensive discussion on the full spectrum of issues in the Swaminathan Commission report. Let's have 3 days. Let's have a 3-day discussion on the mega water crisis, which is not just a drought. The water crisis in this country, even if you have a good monsoon, you're going to have a deadly water crisis anyway. Giant transfers of water are taking place. Senseless utilization of resources is taking place. So there are massive transfers of water from agriculture to industry, from village to town and city, from food crop to cash crop, from rural to urban, and from livelihood to lifestyle. In Mumbai, in a state which claims its greatest drought in the century, buildings have come up like the Aquaria Grande and others. 37 floors, 2 towers. They advertise themselves as a swimming pool on every floor. Each apartment has a balcony swimming pool. And this, how can this be? Where's the justice in this? And the construction laborers building those swimming pools are dispossessed farmers who've left their village because they don't have water.
So this large-scale farmers project.
Yeah, but apart from that, you need to discuss the issues of, say, declining public investment in agriculture. If you can't reverse that, you don't have a hope of solving it. You also do not have a hope of resolving your agrarian crisis if you do not engage with and uphold the rights, entitlements of needs of those who do the greatest amount of work in Indian agriculture, which happens to be women farmers, landed and landless. More than 60% of work in Indian agriculture is done by women. But you don't even grant them the status of farmers. You call them farmers' wives. The maximum work in any farm in this country is done by women. More than 60%. Their work has risen, in fact, as men have dropped out of agriculture, migrated out of the village. Women who were doing dairying, livestock, are now also looking after crop agriculture. Okay, the pressure on them is growing. The number of suicides is growing. And so I'm saying, so you have a huge number of issues. Is how seriously the middle classes are now taking the farmers after 20 years of indifference in Mumbai, in Nashik, in Delhi. You have all over here doctors for farmers. There's a group of doctors sitting there to look after farmers. There are techies for farmers, lawyers for farmers, teachers for farmers. There are students from 5 Delhi universities here who are having exams, and they are, taking shifts and turns with each other. They're here from Ambedkar University, Delhi, JNU, DU, Jamia Millia, and even a few, very few from, there are a few from IIMC and some from, one or two from Indraprastha. Now, here you have teachers, students, doctors. This is your nation for farmers. They've all come out not for themselves, they come out for the farmers. We should not be in the forefront. We are not trying to be the march. We march in the last compartment of this train. Yeah? But that's the big difference, that there is a sensitization and middle classes are reconnecting to the farmer and laborer.